the 90s is back. And I was like, man, that's so cool. But she was talking more so of the clothing. She did tap into some of the hair, but for the most part, she was really tapping into the clothing and how the 90s is back. And I was like, man, let me look at that real quick. And I started looking and I was like, Lee, you are even wearing the 90s look, a Lisa Bonet hairdo. You know what I mean? And I was just like in awe of that when I remember being a kid and my mom saying, time repeats itself. No, nothing, you know what the scriptures say where it says, nothing is new under the sun. And I used to be like, please, lady, you're old. And then now you look and it's literally repeating itself over and over again. So the 90s is back. So I want to do a shout out. I want to do some comparisons of, I don't even think you guys who are the millennials or the younger generation, the Gen Z and all of you guys, you don't even realize that that's what you're tapping into. And so we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of these beautiful celebrities that basically for me, they just like, y'all, this is where my love for things when it comes to aesthetics and beauty comes into play. And I just love, I always tell you guys to look for classic looks. And the one thing I want you guys to pay attention in this video is that the hairstyles that were iconic hairstyles, even though I didn't put her in here because it was about Black women, it was Jennifer Aniston had I want the Jennifer Aniston haircut when she was on Friends. She had a classic hairstyle and women everywhere was getting it. But the one thing that I don't know if everybody paid attention to, and even now with these celebs, is the fact that they wore what fit them. They didn't wear what the trend was unless the trend actually fitted them. So a lot of you are going out wearing trends and you don't even look good in it. But if you can find something that complements your skin, your bone structure, then that's what you go with and make it classic. It still could be cute. It don't have to be old fashioned. You can make it classic, but it is old school. So the first one I want to talk to you guys about is Janet Jackson. Now, when Janet Jackson, I didn't even put anybody next to her for the first two photos. The first one for me was the fact that she was always this innocent looking girl, you know, from Good Times when she was getting abused. But when Janet came out with That's the Way Love Goes, she was already sexy and Pleasure Principle and all those different things. She had that good girl, kind of like that Rihanna thing, good girl going bad thing. But she had that like risk thing because in her face, she has still this innocent beauty about her. But she was like, that's the way love goes. Ooh, ooh. She was so sexy, like a miracle flame burned by the fire. And then she'll tone it down. In that one, she had like copper and blondes going on. And then she'll tone it down with the innocent black curly hair. And one thing I wanted to point out, if you paid attention to her, she had, now y'all, you're doing K-tips. She had those hair extensions on lock, the infusion hair extensions, because at that time you were paying thousands of dollars to get that service done. And they still do. You know, and I know women are in the, came in my DM and was like, oh no, I wouldn't spend that kind of money. And that's fine. You have a head full of hair, edges, great. But there are people that will invest in their beauty. That is called a certain level. You're in a certain tax bracket. That's why we talked about yesterday about your fast food and your hair. It's a low grade of hair. It's the service that you're getting is at a certain level. The certain people will not ever pay. If you told them it's $100 for something, they would walk out because they know that it's not quality. They, you know, they're thinking all of these things. It may be quality. Let me not say they know. It may be quality, but in their eyes, that level of service, quick weaves and stuff, they wouldn't do that, right? So Janet Jackson had what we call today K-tips on lock. The next thing that was 90s was the Nia Long with the finger waves, right? Now, finger waves been out, y'all. But Nia Long, the one thing I love too about the women that I picked, they had a class about them, sassiness and everything. And keep in mind, all of them still have their edges. So you got Nia Long, and then you want to go ahead and look at Zendaya. another classic. Her stylist just puts her things together, but her waves, they were so simplistic. And when you think about it, this is actually, we're talking about the 90s, but this hairstyle actually came from the 20s and the 30s. They was rocking that, okay? Now going back, I jumped the gun a little bit. Going back to the curly hair, you'll see I put in Janet Jackson and right. Then we did of course, the Ocean Waves. But then you got the Lisa Bonet. Now this was Lisa Bonet hair. For me, I've always thought Lisa Bonet was like a natural, beautiful girl. Her aesthetics were perfection, right? But the one thing we didn't see back in those times, and this was I think the Cosby Show came out in the early 90s, was you saw a culture of Black people of all shades of color. And of course, even though we know she is biracial, she rocked these different styles and look. And let me tell y'all, her and that mama, Claire, oh, they came with the styles, and Rudy, they came with the styles. Whoever they stylist was on point. But I love the different looks she had. And as you see here, she has like this rock star look. And then you got Halle Berry I think Halle Berry had her hair long and curly, which she's another one, but she had it like I think I remember her and their eyes were watching God, and she had the long curly hair. But I had to put her in there because she was everything. Now we want to fast forward, and who's rocking that as a young person is Saweetie with the curly hair. And we're going to have Saweetie and the rapper Saweetie. I hope I'm saying it right. But she's giving you that whole mystical, smoky, sexy, sensual, long curly hair, which I absolutely love. The 90s is back. Y'all hear me? Now the next one, and we're going to curly hair, is back in the days, Chaka Khan has always had the big hair. And I meant to put, what's her name? Because she loves big hair and she looks good with it too, because she has those big, beautiful eyes. Brandy. But Chaka Khan is one, her signature look is the big curls, whether it's tight curls, whether it's the jumbo curls or whatnot. And I put this one in because I thought she was sexy and everything. This was in the 90s. And then you go into SZA with her beautiful curls. She's another one. She kind of puts you in mind of a Chaka Khan, but she has the big, curly, sexy hair that we all love. But the reason why I put them two in as well is because the curls were, and the color is like a color, like she had it more, SZA had it more like a burgundy red, more in your face. It protruded the color. And then Chaka Khan had the red, but it was more ombre and tresses of beauty, right? So absolutely love that. Now we want to go to, I know I'm taking it way back. It was a singing group called Zhane, or is it Zhane? I don't know which way you want to say it, but we used to say Zhane. And they sang this song, it doesn't matter how many men I need. All right. La, 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 la. So they were the ones that had like the hair back and it was shaved. And I love short hair from Halle Berry. I always loved short hair. Once I did it, I was like, that's my look. I'm really a short hair girl. But one of the things I always wanted to, and I'm still not bold enough to do it, was to shave my hair. Now their hair is actually, one has a hair looks like back, or it's like a low cut, but they have that low cut. And they put me in mind when we go to the young girls is, of course, the beautiful, oh gosh, please don't tell me I forget their name. Jada and Willow Smith, beautiful with her hair shaved, all right? And then we have the Lupita, who is absolutely, I saw somewhere where somebody was trying to cyberbully her and call her ugly because she was dark-skinned. Lupita stands firm with her beauty. Let me tell you what I love about short hair, and even this cut, I think it's bold, is the fact that when you cut your hair like that, we're saying, look at my face structure. I'm proud of it. There's nothing covering it. All you can see is me. You know what I mean? And I think I'm beautiful. It's like almost like the one of the hairstyles and the statement that's like, I'm gorgeous. I don't need anybody to tell me who I am. Absolutely love when it comes to my sisters, All right. And then we're going to go into, let's go back because we got a few of them. All right. We're almost done. The Patra braids. All right. Come for me, Debbie. I'm a tape out me chat. Come for me, Debbie. I'm the queenie of the pot. Y'all knew Patra. Patra was a dance hall queen that had us being the epitome of sexiness. That's where the twerking and all, well, twerking been here in Miami since we was kids. But it was like another wine, and the dance hall was real big here, I know, in Miami. And she had the Patra braids. So we was like, oh, we got to get the Patra braids, which was the box braids. Then who did that look? One of many. Janet Jackson did that look as well in the 90s. I love the signature look where she took that white and put it on. I may add it in here. And then now today we have celebs like Zendaya that's rocking the box braids. Gorgeous, sexy. And the thing that I love about Zendaya is that she makes those looks classy no matter what. It's classy. It doesn't look, you don't have all this, I need to make sure I get my edges. No. It's just boom. You know what I mean? Simple, we're not trying too hard. All right? Love, because box braids, it's not the person, it's not necessarily the actual, just the style of the hair, but it's the person that wears it and wears it well. You have to know how to own what you wearing and doing. Y'all, this video is all self-love if you haven't paid attention. The next one is the Halle Berry crop haircut, shortcut. She had it all spiky, beautiful, beautiful, classy. Just a simple stud will do. Just a simple stud. And y'all know my girl, Tiana, I could have put her in so many looks because she got so many faces like Zendaya and Karrueche Tran. But she did a more soft look, beautiful, whatnot, with the earrings, small earrings, but the hairstyle, it reminded me of the Halle Berry. She kept a little bit on, and she was just absolutely gorgeous. Now, next in line I want to pull is, of course, y'all know now, care for me. She said, you're there for me, there for me, there for me. We had the beautiful Lauryn Hill when she came out, another beautiful chocolate sister that I was like, man, I've always wanted dreads, but y'all, I will not play with the dreads. I'm scared. I'm still in some kind of ways scared of the dreads, but she made it sexy, and she was like this tomboy type style with the dreads or whatever. But when she brought it out, she actually made dreads fun and embracing. Like, people wanted to rock. The dreads came out because Lauren London just, she just did her thing. She made it her own. It still was classy. It still was gorgeous. And it was just her, right? So people loved Lauryn Hill. So guess what? The ladies started doing the dreads, right? And then, of course, today's dreads that we have, that she does an excellent, gorgeous job, is the beautiful Haley, all right? Absolutely gorgeous. Look at her dreads. She embraces her natural look. She gives it even to her little baby, her little boy. Oh God, I don't forget the baby name. Somebody in the comments gonna go ahead and tell me the name. I forgot that fast. Halo. That's right, I got it. So she comes and she rocks, her and her sister do the beautiful dreads. So I wanted to add that in there, the natural plus the beautiful, like the culture, the ethnicity. I love that, y'all. I love beauty. Now we want to go to the Bob girls. Now, this is the beautiful model. Oh my God, please don't tell me I don't forget this lady. I'm looking at Naomi Campbell. She had the short crop like bob to the ear, and it's simple, classy, gorgeous. It says sophistication. The things that I love about all these hairstyles is that you can dress it up, dress it down, tomboy it. You can do different things with it. But the 90s is back, right? And then who rocks the bobs? Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland and her bobs, that's her signature look. She knows at the end of the day, she'll do some fun stuff and she looks great and all those other things. But the bob is her thing. She always goes back to the bob. It's the same thing with me. I'll rock a bob, a concave bob. I can't do a split in the middle because my chin is long. So it's not very attractive on me. But you always notice I have it shaved on one side and some hair here. That is my look. But I love that look. But I always come back to this look because that's my look. All right. And then next, so we got the crop bob, Naomi Campbell and Kelly Rowland, we just did. Then we got the J-Lo. Now, J-Lo was with the highlights. She was really rocking the blondes, even though we know she lost hair behind that, which I knew that was coming because she kept taking it higher and higher. And it was a lot of color and stuff. So now she wears extensions, but that's okay. But I loved that look. I remember it was a time where it was nothing but layers. Like it was like, you don't have long hair. Like the short hair girl wasn't really getting to play, but J-Lo would rock the long hair with the tresses and the softness around the face. So her face protrudes out, but the hair complemented her face, which is the layers. So we did do the Saweetie, that she had the blonde as well, the golden blonde in her hair. J-Lo had more of the platinum blonde, but she has more of the golden blonde, and just how it complemented her skin. And the other thing I wanted to point out with all these ladies, their hair looked natural. It didn't look with all these edges and the baby hair and it's sleek and all. It looked natural. And that was something that I felt like, you know what I'm saying, needs to be pointed out constantly. It's not the point of the hair is bad. It is the point of the application and, of course, the abuse of wearing it over and over again. Most of these ladies in here, they are either rocking their natural hair, or if they are wearing commercial hair, they're not abusing it where they're wearing it 2 and 3 months out the line, unless it's something like Janet Jackson, where she had those, we call them infusion tips back in the days. They're now K-tips now, right? Because her hair is open, she can wash it, she can do all these things, right? And then last but definitely not the least is the beautiful Aaliyah, all right? Rock the boat, rock the boat. She always kept her hair long. We rarely, I don't think I've ever seen her with short hair. That was her signature look, right? And she was tiny, petite, but her hair did not out. And that's another thing. It's like shoes with me. I don't like shoes over that you can't see my feet. Like, I'm like, no. Your outfit, your shoes and everything should complement your body, right? So it's like your hair. Your hair is like, remember I told you the story about I put on so much weight and I had so much hair because I was trying to cover the weight from my back and I had all this curly hair. It did not fit me. The hair was, you saw the hair before you saw me. You don't want that. Aaliyah had long tresses, beautiful, sleek hair down. She was wearing that wave before. And it complemented her. It did not overpower her beauty, right? And then we have the gorgeous, y'all. I love my beautiful Jada Waiter. Jada Waiter look like she changed her hair every 3 days, depending on how she feeling. You know, she is a Libra, so she probably be like this, that today. You know, they're air signs. But Jada Waiter gives you the beautiful sexiness. She owns it. She has an old soul to me as well. When I listen to her speak a lot of times, business girl and everything. But when she puts that long hair on, honey, it turns into, I don't know who her alter ego is, but she has one when she puts that on. So I just wanted to celebrate the 90s. I wanted to say kudos to these ladies that own their look, their confidence. You know, these are women that have self-love. They protrude self-love. They protrude confidence. They wear their confidence. They wear their self-love. They don't walk out the house with bonnets on their heads. They're showing you what beauty is in all ray of the Black culture, whether you're biracial, whether you are just chocolate, light skin, you name it, you can rock it. And I just want to say thank you. Y'all enjoy this video. If you like it, please like and share the video, comment. Tell me what inspired you, what look on here inspired you on this video. And also, if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, maybe you want, like, you know what, I need to get back to this place. Maybe you fell off. Maybe you want to restore your hair. Maybe you have some hair loss. You were doing these looks, but you were doing it the wrong way. Go ahead and send me an email and we'll go ahead and set up your one-on-one and get you back to that beauty. Because remember, a lot of you don't even have permanent hair loss. You just think you do, and you keep doing the bad practice. So let's change that. And then I'm going to add the link in there for Beauty Pioneers. Make sure you go to Beauty Pioneers, hit the link and subscribe. We come on every Sunday at 7 p.m., guys. Every Sunday, 7 p.m. And we give you raw and true information on the beauty world, whether it comes from hair loss to what's going on to your status quo, right? And then last but not least, become a member on Ask a Licensed Cosmetologist. So when I am going live or when things are offered, you can be able to, we can highlight your questions, we can answer them, right? Become a member. There's so many great gifts in becoming a member of Asking a Licensed Cosmetologist that the regular viewers won't get from, that you will get, all right? So I pray this video bless you. I will see you guys next video.